Ho, 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 it's over, thank fucking God. Christmas was fun. My daughter was happy. They always are. Christmas is over. It's now Boxing Day. You know, have you been to London for Boxing Day?
Yeah, but isn't the same thing we just returned shit?
Yeah, no, it's actually everything gets marked down, so you can go shop and buy your own shit that you want.
Down.
Oh, yeah,
I thought it was
drop
Boxing
down day
because we're returning shit.
I think it is too, but now it's drop down day.
Okay, well, I've thought about going to London to find my husband. So I have a thing I have a thing for tall, lanky Brits, and I know Ashley will come with me in 5 minutes. I just love their accents.
They dress well.
They dress amazing.
I'm wearing fucking sandals.
I mean, I'm a big British guy, like British fan. Tom Hardy. Oh my God, meow. But I mean, I'm loving the royal wedding. I'm really excited for Meghan Markle. I'm great that not only is she an LA girl, but she's biracial, but she was a deal or no deal girl. So I love a girl like that getting into the circus, as I like to say. I'm really happy for her, and I'm happy for the royal family. And I think Diana's, Diana's a month apart from me. She was June 20-something, and I'm May 31st. Right? What?
She was May.
Yeah, no, she's my year. She's my year. She's 61. So when we were kids growing up in college, we got up in the middle of the night to watch the wedding, and I always felt like she was my sister because, we were only a month apart, and like everything that happened to her. Like I think I never cried harder than when Diana died, and then John F. Kennedy Jr. was the next one. The two of them were awful. It was like I just remember Diana. I think I wept for an entire 2 weeks. I never felt so bad in my heart. Like I felt like I lost a relative or something. And I'm super excited that he's settling down. And Cressida, you need to stop putting stupid Instagrams up and causing problems. Like her little sayings are like as though they're having a back channel, him and her, and I mean, I just don't feel it. I feel like there's a little instigation going on, because I'm sure they're going to still be in the same circles, but that day after the announcement of the engagement, Cressida put up a little ambiguous Instagram. You can go check it out on her page. It was a little weird, I thought.
Okay, so now I got a question for you, okay? New Year's resolutions, buy or sell?
Buy or sell what?
Buy or sell. Do you believe in New Year's resolutions?
Do I believe in it?
Do you believe?
Yeah, but I don't do materialistic things. I do spiritual stuff.
Okay, but you and I do spiritual stuff.
Right. I don't do, like, in other words, I'm going to make $2 million that year, or I'm going to, I mean, one of my New Year's resolutions business-wise is to get out on the road with you guys and do more bookings and doing speaking gigs and seminars and my Patti Live show, and really get close to the fans. I want to get on the road as opposed to producing and being at a distance, because I only see some fans when I'm doing press. I don't get to see and shake their hands and answer their questions personally. And so that's probably my business New Year's resolution. My spiritual New Year's resolution is to be happier. And that's all it is. Just that simple little thing.
Describe it.
Well, I think
the feeling, because you've done so much great work. Because every time I come over to your house, there's always some cool person that's going to hold a box, and it's really cool. Who's here? Hold this box for 10 minutes.
Because I got really sick in the last 2 years. I crashed into I had a thyroid issue. I crashed into this thing called Hashimoto's. It's terrible. Molly Sims has it, actually, and so does the girl who stars in Jane the Virgin. And
have you done LDI, low dose immunotherapy?
No, what is that?
You go see my naturopath?
Okay.
Yeah.
So anyway, I had this crash, got to a certain age. Your adrenals crash at a certain point when you're helping too many people.
Yes,
It's what it is. It's really called the helper disease, because you help so many people, you don't help yourself. So you get really sick, and I got headaches, and my metabolism slowed down, and I didn't feel good, and I was always tired, and all this shit. And I healed myself. I used the medical mediums books. Props to Anthony. I used some of his herbs, and I learned how to clean myself up. And I'm still on medication. I didn't stop the medication, but the more important thing, I feel better, and I came back. And during that process, I realized that I was alone. I mean, my parents are dead. I don't have a lot of family. I don't have a lot of close friends. I keep a small niche group. They're kind of younger than me and, moving faster than me. And then I didn't have a boyfriend who had my back, or a husband. And I said, I want to be happier. I want to know that I have a support system. Otherwise, I would have adopted a child by myself. But if I adopt a kid and I don't have someone to leave it to, God forbid something happens to me.
Right.
No, like meaning like I don't want someone taking advantage of my kids' money because I left them money. I want to know that person loves them. So I wouldn't do having a kid by myself. So not having a kid, not getting married, upset me. It hurt me. I felt like pissed off at God. Like, here I am helping everybody else. Where's my guy? What's going on? And so I said, this is the year that I focus on me and get happy. That was the decision. Because once you're sick, you have a lot of time to think. And when you're sick and you're going from doctor to doctor and they don't really know how to do this. And I learned that the power was within. I learned to spiritually, I started getting these new healings that helped me and shifting my consciousness. I went to see John of God, and I went to Amma, the hugging saint, and I went to Hong Kong and Thailand, and I prayed in the Buddhist temples. I did a lot of spiritual work on myself besides physical, ailments. I realized I wasn't getting my needs met. So how hard is it to get your needs met? And that's the thing you have to ask yourself. Is your relationship getting your needs met? Are your kids, being, saucy with you and just mouthing off? I mean, did your parents not give you respect? Your coworkers, your boss, all these things upset the apple cart. And what are you doing about it? To say, maybe I shouldn't be working at that job. Maybe I should wait for a better job. Maybe I should break up with that boyfriend or that husband right now because the way he speaks to me and the way he treats me is awful. Or maybe I need to put my kid in military school to learn a little bit of respect. Taking charge of your life is what I'm talking about.
That's a great New Year's resolution, taking charge of your life. And I call it eliminating all the people in your life that literally cause you grief, anxiety, and anything else. Because too many people are too filled with it. How many people do you know on Facebook? How many people do you really know on Facebook? How many friends do you really need to know on Facebook? How much outside information do you constantly need to come at you?
One of the things we're having a problem is no one's connecting. So when we teach seminars and we teach classes, we're teaching you how to connect. You got to get off your phone. I'm not saying that you can't be on call for business or whatever. I'm saying you got to give yourself those 2 hours a day. I do transcendental meditation twice a day. That's 20 minutes in the morning and 20 minutes in the afternoon, or sometimes before bed. But 3 hours before bed. And what I do is I make sure that those time is for me. If my assistant's driving me to an appointment, I'll meditate in the car. It's actually my favorite place next to a plane. But what are you doing for you? Do you have your spin time, your gym time? Are you going to just hang out with the girls and get a cocktail on a Friday night? What are you doing to you? And that's the problem. Most people are not. They're like, I don't have time for that. I've got kids. When you have kids, you understand. I go, no, those kids are becoming so coddled. They're so not independent because my generation, those kids were independent. They used to get on the bus every day and go to their dentist appointment by themselves. There's no, okay, the reason that, but there's a reason why. There's a emotional tip. But there's a reason why. In LA, this is the strangest thing in California. I don't know if it's all of California, but in LA it is. We don't have school buses. So parents have to drive their kids to school, public or private, every day and pick them up. It is the weirdest thing, and we're such a poor state. So where I grew up, you went to the bus stop, you got on the bus, you got home, your mother was there at 3:00 if you were lucky. You had to learn with life. And I went to camp in second grade. I learned how to go away from go sleep over at someone's houses. All these kids she doesn't like sleepover since she's 16. There's shit like that going on. So if your kids are monopolizing your time and there's no time for you, when you get to be 50, you're going to snap.
Yeah, but Patty, so many of these women are emotionally getting off on the connection because they're needy.
Oh, they're making their friends out of their kids. Kids should not be your friend.
They're needy. I mean, my kid would have stayed on the emotion.
No. It's like I have a friend that sleeps with the kid in its bed, and she's 15 now. So I mean, seriously, she's not your best friend. It's your child. So I feel like that's okay. So this is my opinion, by the way, of parenting. Even though you're going to say I don't have a kid, I've helped raise a lot of children with my boyfriends. And I got to tell you, when you don't let them become independent, they don't think for themselves. And when those boys turn out that way, they're going to end up getting mommy. They're going to search for a woman that's just like you, that's mommy, that takes care of me, and maybe they're not ambitious at work, and they don't make any money, and they leech onto mommy. You don't want that for your son.
And then the girls are going to have daddy issues.
Because
they've been mommy too much. They've been smothered by the
And then they're not going to feel comfortable in a male's presence, and they're not going to know how to relax, and there's going to be a lot of freaking anxiety, okay? And they're going to be a virgin until they're 31, and then no one's going to date them.
Or they're going to be...
Hello, Ashley. Have you met yourself? Anyway, but what I'm trying to tell you is we need to fix the children's situation. So how do you fix it? A, they need to know you're in charge, you're the boss. B, they need to respect you. And C, you need your own time for yourself. I don't care if you're working 2 jobs. If it's an hour once a week, do it. Get away from everybody.
New Year's resolutions, get the fuck away from every single person and spend some time by yourself. And you know what? And if you are a parent, stop smothering the shit out of your kids, because the millennials are the first generation of smothered kids. And look what they do. They can't even date anymore. They can't even approach anybody anymore. And they don't know what a relationship is because they all go to mommy. That's the problem with millennial boys, right? Millennial boys are looking for mommy figures because mommy and daddy smothered them because they didn't. When Patty and I were growing up, I was an athlete, and if I sucked, I didn't play, right? Nowadays, if a kid sucks, right? Now if a kid, right? Now we'll put him in, right? Let's put him in. Yo, let's put him in. Let's give him a trophy.
Let's give him a trophy even if he didn't fail.
I
Because he
know.
doesn't know how to fail.
They don't know how to
Because you
fail.
can't, in order to succeed, you got to fail first.
Exactly.
You know how many times I failed before I succeeded?
Tons.
I'm still failing.
I
all
fail
the
every
time.
day.
Right, exactly.
I do something stupid every single day that I'd say to myself, that was really stupid. Have you not fucking learned yet, right? You know, so no.
No, you're actually learning because you're not picking hot girls anymore, so that's good.
Goodbye. Patti Stanger and I will be doing a love and sex report.
I mean, not the model types. He was picked the model types.
Right, you know, I picked fucking
Skinny, wavy
substance.
models,
Like,
which
you know, I
means
know.
You're growing up.
I'm
You're
growing up. Okay, I'm growing up. Good. I'm fine. This isn't about me. Okay, growing up.
So a man grows up when he's 55. Is that
Yeah,
what I'm
he-
getting?
Yes,
at?
finally.
55.
Yeah.
You can only date
I'll write that
55-year-olds.
down in my notes.
Yes, you can only date 55-year-olds from this point forward. But then again, if a man is dating you at 55, then he still hasn't grown up. So that's a double dose, because then he still needs the hot young thing for validation.
But what if she has a mind, though? It's not always about.
Oh, no, it's a mind. You
What are
got
you
to.
talking about?
I feel like I have a very old soul, and that
Okay,
I
well,
could
his
keep up
dick
with
has
him.
to get hard for him to go out with a girl.
Yes, and you do have a killer mind.
And by the way, he wants the dick hard, then he wants the conversation second. You understand?
No, I like the conversation first.
I thought that. Yeah, I thought
You
that I
don't
was
get
younger.
fucking. You have to get hard
It's
first before you get the
55,
conversation.
I thought.
You're not telling the
55,
truth.
yeah, no,
I know
I
you.
do.
That changed.
You have
It
to be
does, it
sexually
changes,
attracted,
yeah.
then talk to her to see if it works.
Yes, I have to like physically think she's hot.
She's because you're a heterosexual male. Have you met yourself?
Yes, all the time.
Okay, good.
Yeah, I scare the shit out of myself on a regular basis. Anyway, next year, which is coming up in a week, we're going to say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, Happy fucking New Year. And then we're going to have the Love and Sex
Bye.
Report with Patti Stanger and I. And we're going to have this great new membership program, but you got to go to Patty Knows to register because it's going to be limited slots. You're going to get this fucking killer amount of advice from Patty, straight from Patty's mouth into your ears. And 2018, whatever your goal is going to make it one of the most successful years of your life. For the rest of you, spread the podcast all around, because without you spreading the podcast, not enough people will be listening, and then we'll have millennials crying to mommy, and they'll just suck tits 24/7, okay, because that's what they'll do, because they don't know, do they know how to go down, the millennial boys, or no?
No,
Not at all,
that
right?
was quick. You see how quick I answered that?
Uh-huh.
Absolutely not.
I knew that, but they can suck tits, because they were breastfed till like 11.
Yeah, they are on the tits a lot.
Yeah, they're on the tits a lot, right? Yeah.
Well, nowadays it's ass, but that's a whole other.
Yeah, what
topic.
is up with the ass? But then on the tit, are they always going, their little hands going like this, like little babies?
this.
More. You ever see that when
And
little
they look
babies
at-
want
they
their
look at
mommy's
you
breast?
In your eyes. Mm-hmm, do it.
I feel
Kinda
so
creepy.
bad for you, especially being a
Well,
Pisces, being romantic.
Okay,
Anyway.
so
Exactly.
anyway, let's get back to this. Okay,
No,
so
we're done.
Patty knows. Oh,
Yes.
you already
Okay,
did
yeah,
it?
you can do it again, though.
Okay, I thought we're supposed to say Happy New Year.
Oh, we just say, oh, Happy New Year. That's right.
Happy New Year!
Happy New Year.
Yes.
Bye, 2018. We hated you.
Wait, 2017?
Okay,
We didn't
sorry,
hate
sorry.
2018 yet.
Well,
2017.
I meant 2017.
That's okay. That's fine. We're already fucking hating 2000. No, we love 2018.
No, take that out. Can you take that out?
No, we leave it. This is how we do.
No,
It's all
stupid.
unedited. All
I
right.
meant by 2017 is what I meant. By 2017, I fucking hated you. Now let's bring in 2018. That's what I meant. I was off a year. Sorry.